Okay, we're tying a fly that the Australian team used in Slovenia during the 2012 World Fly Fishing Championships, and it's called the shock tactic. And in Slovenia, you're only actually allowed to fish one fly at a time, so you weren't able to go in with a team of flies. And we found that actually by alternating the flies we were running through a pool, we could actually increase the number of fish we would catch. So we'd start off with a darker fly, then we go to a lighter fly, and then right at the end we'd fish this fly through, which was a fairly flashy fly, and that would actually often produce some unexpected 2 or 3 more fish per pool that we wouldn't have got if we hadn't have used this technique. Now for a start, I'm using the team code 2499SP again as the hook, a fantastic fly for river nymphs. Again, this will have a tail of Coq de Leon, so we'll tie in a clump of that for the tail, again about 2/3 of the length of the hook. And you'll notice in this one that I'm using a silver bead. Here in Australia we really haven't cottoned onto silver beads, I think, as much as we should. They really can be very productive at times in our rivers, particularly on rainbow trout, but don't worry, brown trout will take them as well. So then we're going to tie in a bit of fine copper wire for the body, and a bit of wax, and I'm putting in for the body some, I suppose you call it medium coloured fine rabbit. Again, it's a nice material, and you can dub it quite tightly. We're going to come forward, creating a little bit of a carrot shape. You notice in these river nymphs, and I tie all my river nymphs pretty much exactly the same, I'm not putting in a wing case, because if we think about it, these are coming down in turbulent water, they're bouncing about, so they're upside down, they're roundabout. You don't need to worry about that level of detail in these type of flies. Then coming back the opposite way with the rib, and then we're going in for the bit, I suppose, that gives it, if you like, the little bit of shock tactic, which is a bright red hen spectra dub. This spectra dub is quite a fine dubbing. It's not too coarse, and also has some little UV highlights in it as well, which can be real turn-ons for trout at times. But again, with this, less is more. You don't want to overdo this. If you overdo this, you can actually put the fish off. So we're actually going with a little bit of dubbing just around the collar. Just we've finished that a couple of times with the wax. That'll hold that in place. And as we can see, very simple fly, but really that's the same approach I take to all of my river nymphs. Basically I determine, do you want a light one, do you want a dark one, do you want a colourful one? And then it's a matter of altering the size to suit the depth of water that you're looking to fish. The shock tactic.
This film is proudly brought to you by the Fly Fisher in Melbourne and the FlyFisherOnline.com, where you'll find everything to tie the shock tactic and a whole lot more.